Hello, I'm Mr. Wilson, and I'm here for the special area as I'm representing the STEM lab. And one of our goals is basically to encourage the kids to do some critical thinking through science and technology, engineering, and math. So one of the things that it might be easiest to do is follow along with some of our programs that we've been doing. And for the other classes, the kindergarten through third grade, one of our first projects that we did was we talked about the monarch migration, and we teamed up with a international group of scientists called Journey North, and the kids got to help put in data tracking the migration of the butterflies. They also worked on a symbolic migration, which was basically whenever they sent some butterflies down to the kids in Mexico in the fall, and this spring, actually right about now, those kids in Mexico are sending those butterflies back to us to represent the migration. We also have been following along with our new panda that we have at the zoo. It was born in August, and the kids are getting a chance to see what happens as the panda is growing. And then we have, for the older group of kids, we've been doing a longitudinal study in fourth grade where they're learning about how the sun affects the seasons. And what they've been doing is they have been recording every month the sunrise and the sunsets in various parts of the world. One is Bristol, the other one is Buenos Aires, Argentina, Ecuador, Anchorage, Alaska, and Machu Picchu base in Antarctica. And they're understanding how the sun rises and sets in those various parts of the world at various times of the years. Then, one of the things that they did was, along with knowing about the sun, was they got a chance to make a solar viewer using a box where they could then go out and look at the sun in a safe manner, and they enjoyed that, and that led to talking about sunspots. And we did an activity using NASA data on sunspots, and the sixth graders were able to use their math skills to calculate how long it took the sun to rotate, and they did a great job with that. And they also did a project with NASA that allowed them to record data from the ground, what the clouds are look like from the ground. And that was helping NASA scientists figure out a difference between the satellite images and what's actually happening at ground level. We actually went outside at a time whenever the satellite was coming overhead, and they understood what kind of things they were looking at, and we sent that data to NASA. Now, finally, what we've been doing is we did a great project with a company called Floor, and they're an engineering company, and we were working on the engineering design cycle. The kids got a chance to go through all the different steps, and one of the final things that they did for Floor was they had a paper tower challenge where they were instructed to take pieces of paper, very flimsy, and build a tall tower that could then hold a can of food. And that's what they did. So they have some great examples here of ones that can hold things. This one was one of our tallest ones. Then they used their thought process where they had to reinvent things as it didn't work. So they had to go through that whole design cycle to get through with that. We also now have a process, a spaceship on Mars, a rover, and there's also a helicopter on Mars now, and they learned a little bit about the helicopter that's on Mars that's about ready to lift off, and we made these fun little helicopters for them to play with. And that's about all that we've been doing, along with some other projects, and that's it for the STEM class.